Hey guys, guess what? We're studying matter! I got my liquid. It's inside there, see it? I got my solid. And I got gas in my air. See? So we're going to be studying matter. Well, what is matter? Well, let's find out. So it is everything in the whole world. Everything is made of matter. Everything. Matter can be a solid, liquid, whoops, dribbled some, or a gas. Any of those. Solid, liquid, or gas. So, any of those things are matter. So everything is matter. So, matter can change from one thing to another. Remember what we already know about solids, liquids, and gases? Remember when we learned about sound and we talked about how the solids, the molecules are really closely packed together? Well, that's just like this basketball. All of these molecules are so packed together that it creates a solid. And then, if I were to heat it up, I could melt it and it would turn into a liquid. And look at how those molecules just float around. And that's just like in this cup. They're floating and floating and... And then if I really wanted to heat it up, I could turn it into a gas, where it's just expanding all over the place. So it's... Gas, you can't control gas. It's just all over the place. You put it in a bottle, it's going to take up the whole bottle. So, let's sing a matter song. To the tune of Mary Had a Little Lamb. Let's see. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Matter always takes up space, takes up space, takes up space. Matter always takes up space. It's found everywhere. Solids have their own shape, own shape, own shape. Solids have their own shape. They can't change it on its own. Liquids flow and change their shape, change their shape, change their shape. Liquids flow and change their shape to fit the container. Gases can expand or shrink, expand or shrink, expand or shrink. Gases can expand or shrink to fill up any space. So, what did you learn from that? Well, matter has properties, specifically 2 properties. It takes up space, and it has mass. How much space it takes up depends on its mass and its type. So, ways we can describe matter's properties is what it looks like. Is it shiny? Is it dull? Is it blue? Is it orange? Is it red? Is it clear? How does it feel? Is it hard? Is it squishy? Is it bouncy? How does it smell? Does it smell sweet, like cherries, or like rubber? How does it smell? And then you can also do how it sounds. Does it sizzle? Or is it quiet? Does it not make sound? Does it make a boom? Does it tear? I mean, paper is a solid. So, and look what happens. Does it break? Does it swish? Swishy, swishy, swishy. So matter has all kinds of property. Matter has any property that you can see, feel, taste, smell, hear, or observe is a property. Yep, it's a property of matter. So So, and we can also do quantitative properties too. Those are the ones with number. Like we can weigh it, we can measure it, we can take its temperature, we can see how much liquid there is. Like I could measure how much liquid is in this cup. I could measure how much liquid of a Capri Sun I have. I could do all kinds of things. Whoa. That means I can be a real scientist and measure all different kinds of things with matter. I can take some yarn and measure the circumference of my basketball, or I could measure the weight of it, or I could take the temperature of my water, or I could use a graduated cylinder and see how much water I have. All of those things. Well, matter does have mass, and how big it is often determines how much mass it has. So for instance, what's going to have more mass, the elephant or the bee? Well, let's see. An elephant. Yes. So let's find out what we do know about salads. All right, let's see. They can bend and move, but they do not change shape. See, I can squeeze my ball, but it's still a ball. It doesn't change. It keeps their shape when it's moved, even when I move it. See? Bloop, bloop. What rope? Oopsie. It's still a ball. See? Didn't change. They do not change by themselves. In other words, as long as it's sitting here, it's always going to be a ball. And it always has the same shape, which is a ball, the same volume, which is the length and the height and the width, and the same mass, which is the weight. No matter where I put it, it still has all of these things. So look in this picture. What do you see that's a solid? Car, fire truck, sign, building, tree, road. They're everywhere. So what about liquids? Well, I know it can come through a straw. So they do not have shape at all. It takes the shape of its container, meaning this water in this cup, it's the shape of the cup. The water in the Capri Sun, it's the shape of the pouch. They have the same volume and mass no matter where you put them. So if I pour this Capri Sun into this cup, it's gonna take the shape of the cup, but the same amount of Capri Sun is still gonna be there. It's the same volume, so it's gonna weigh the same too. They take the shape of whatever you put them in. So if I were to pour the Capri Sun out on my desk, well, it's going to turn flat, like my desk. But they're still going to be the same amount there. They change shape when moved from one container to another. So if I take this water and pour it into the sink, it's going to take the shape of the sink instead of the cup. So let's see if we can find some liquids. Kool-Aid is a liquid. The ocean is a liquid. Water is a liquid. Anything that won't sit in your hands and it just flows through your hands is probably a liquid because it's not taking the shape. It takes the shape of whatever container it has. So what do you know about gases? Well, they do not have shape. They will take the shape of whatever you put them in. And they can change their volume, their amount, how much there is in the container. Meaning, once I finish this Capri Sun off, okay, there's no liquid left. So, I have gas in my lungs. It's air. Well, it was oxygen, now it's carbon dioxide, and I need to get it out. I can put it in this, and it's going to change, it's going to take the shape of this container. See? It's full of gas now, all because I filled it up with gas. So it takes the shape of its container. The volume is however much I can fit in there. It's going to spread out and fill it up. They change shapes. They change volume. They change shape. It's just never steady. See? Change shape. Change shape. Oops, there was still some liquid in there. But better move it on. So how many gases do you see here? Steam, 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 steam. So what do you know? Steam is a gas because it takes the shape of wherever it's at. That is all about matter. Matter. That's right. So I'm going to go put some liquids in me and bounce my solid and continue to breathe wonderful gas. Bye!
Airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars. I can really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now. Could we pretend that